This is That's What She Said. My name is Beth Kelling, and I'm going to talk about my family's company, Sherman Buildings, and also one of my favorite topics, leadership. Being in business with my dad, brothers, and nephews in a male-dominated industry has taught me new ways to show up and speak up. It has sharpened my voice and strengthened my purpose. There's nothing like building something real with the people that you love. In 50 years, we haven't heard of a single one of our buildings go down, because at Sherman, we don't just talk about erections. We make them last forever. Andrew Walsh, welcome to That's What She Said.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you were the first one to volunteer. Some people I'm going to have to blackmail. So I'm so excited that you're here. You're somebody that I work with that I get to see every day, and I love that because you are just so good at life. You make life really fun.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for being here. What do you do at Sherman?
I just work out in the yard in the mechanic shop, kind of just get things ready for all the crews and contractors. And then when there's not anything to bundle, I'll go up to the shop and work on our crew vehicles and any other miscellaneous things that I can find to work on.
Awesome. If your job had a theme song, what would it be?
Probably Still Counting by Volbeat, because that's all I do every day is just count.
Yeah, what do you count?
Lumber when I'm putting it on the order. So it's like, you need 144 boards. Well, that's a 12 by 12 bundle right there. So
yeah,
gotta make sure you count that.
What happens when you're wrong counting?
It gets funny because Aaron will make fun of me all day. Oh.
Who's your favorite coworker?
See, it's a tie between Aaron and Dave. They have their moments where it's like, okay, you're no longer my favorite coworker. He's now my favorite coworker, but then like it will swap.
Yeah. Those two work out in the yard with you?
Yep. Aaron and Dave work with me, and great guys. Can't say I hate them at all. Mm-hmm. Days that I want to just have them sleep on a nice warm pillow every night, but...
Yeah. Do you know who Monica Lewinsky is?
I've heard the name. I can't put a name to the face. I'm so bad with that.
What year were you born?
2002.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, have you seen how hot she's looking lately? So I'll show you a picture of her. And you'll have to look up who she was. If we hire another yard guy this summer, what's your leadership approach going to be?
I've done a leadership role before. It kind of stems down to, if I tell you to do something, I'm going to try to have you do it. I'll give you hands-on learning and all that, but I'm going to kind of let you figure it out. I mean, I'll give you the basics on how things should be done and just kind of let you do your thing. Yeah. Because everyone in the yard has their own way of loading trucks and trailers and making the bundles. Like Dave, he'll add up everything and just, it'll be perfect, immaculate. I mean, I have moments where, my stuff isn't the best, but it's all there. Mm-hmm. So you'll tell them how you do it and kind of let them do it their own way? Yep. Like Derek, he'll just throw everything together and it'll be good and he'll send it off. Aaron, he'll kind of add up a little bit, but he'll just kind of throw things together and it'll be good. So, I mean, we all just do our own thing differently. In the end, we all get the same end result. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do when things get really busy around here in the summer? I'll tend to just put my earbuds in and kind of get my head down, really get going. I'll put on some podcast or I'll put on some upbeat music, stuff to get me motivated and happy while I'm doing it. All right. Would you rather questions? I like these. Would you rather have to unload overhead doors every day this summer or have the new yard guy be nicknamed Better Andy? You know what? The new yard guy can have Better Andy. Okay. Yeah. That's how bad it is unloading overhead doors. Yep. It can be pretty brutal for those. Yeah. Yeah. I bet. So Shermy Awards are awards that we give out at Christmas, kind of like Dundee Awards on The Office. Yep. What awards have you gotten? I've gotten Might Be Robin because Derek got Might Be Batman. I've gotten Always Hungry. I beat the yard dog for that. Is he? Yeah. Yep. I'm happy about that. And I don't remember what I got last year. Well, not this year, but the year before. I can't remember what that one was. Okay. Well, because this last year you got the most prestigious award out there. Yep, that's what it was, the most prestigious, because I did the most volunteer. Well, you got the Shermy. Yeah, the Shermy Award, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Which is the most prestigious, yeah. And what did you get it for? The most volunteered time of anybody. Yeah.
Community service.
Yep.
Yeah. Not because you had to.
Not because I
you
had
want
to.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could add one ridiculous piece of equipment to the yard, not worried about the cost or the logic, what would it be?
See, I've been thinking about this for the last day or so since you gave me the question. And honestly, for fun, we have the excavator, which even Steve had said it is the most fun piece of equipment to run every now and again. Wouldn't want to do it for a career, but some people do. But I just couldn't think of anything other because we have a lot of equipment here, and it's like every piece of equipment, yeah, it has its perks and it's got its fun moments.
Good. Well, that's good to know. Awesome. If you could haunt one spot at Sherman as a ghost forever, what would it be?
Oh, I'm totally haunting that mechanic shop just to mess with Aaron.
Okay.
That's a done deal. I'm just going to be doing like the little ghost taps on the shoulder, slowly close the door, maybe flicker a light switch or two.
That'll be fun. Maybe dangerous too, though. There's lots of things to get hurt in there.
Just a little light flickering.
Yeah. Yeah. If the new yard guy asks you to fight in a duel and you can only bring one weapon, what will you bring?
I'm bringing a Zweihander. It's a German greatsword.
And you're familiar with it? You've practiced?
I have. My buddy has one, and I have used it quite a bit.
Awesome. Good. What's your favorite steel color?
Favorite steel? Ocean blue.
It's a little too light for me, but I like charcoal. So that's like a dark blue, but cool. If we started a yard fight club, what would the first rule be?
Don't talk about Fight Club.
Perfect. Good answer. What was your first day of work like?
It wasn't bad. I mean, started out on a nice, cool day, and everyone was so nice and polite that first day. A really funny moment was I didn't know what to do for lunch. Like, did we punch out for lunch? What was the whole lunch thing? And I didn't know who Steve was at the time, and I asked him, and he's like, "It's an honor system." And I was like, "Okay."
Perfect. If you could time travel and give yourself one piece of advice on your first day, what would it be?
Be ballsier to Aaron so he doesn't pick on me as much.
How long did it take to figure that out?
Probably within my first 3 months.
Okay. So Sherman does a calendar, like a firefighter themed calendar. Describe in detail for our listeners what your pose is going to be. You get to pick first because you volunteered first to be on the episode.
Ooh. No, because LB's already done that for the...
Oh, he's done the muscles and...
No. LB did the muscles. I would do the Superman.
Awesome. Cool. If you could swap jobs with anyone at Sherman for a day, who would it be and why?
It would be for Andrew Kelling's position. He gets to just hang around, chit-chat with everybody, and have a good time.
Yeah. I don't think he gets paid much, though.
No, but it's still a good job. People here have so many stories to tell and so much advice that you can get from people, too.
Yeah. If you could swap jobs with an animal for a day, which animal would you pick to be best at your job?
Ooh. I mean, if it's an animal here on site, it would be Izzy. Because, I mean, she gets to just hang around. She gets food and all that. But I don't know how well she'd be good at stacking lumber.
Yeah. She follows you around so much, though. She'd know what to do if she had to.
She rides on the forklift sometimes, too.
Yeah. Fun. What's a yard hack that makes your life easier?
Probably the ability to split units of lumber without having it on the rack. Makes it so much easier.
Okay, what's your favorite day of the week at Sherman?
Probably Tuesday.
Why?
Because not everyone's grumpy that they had to come back to work after a weekend of drinking if they do that. So they can kind of just, they're a lot happier.
What day of the week does the overhead door delivery come?
Normally Monday is when we get Midlands in, so.
Yeah. Besides money, what motivates you to work here at Sherman or anywhere?
For Sherman, it's a lot of the coworkers that I work with. A lot of great people. I mean, get to hang out and work and poke fun at each other. So it really motivates me to come here.
But instead of just staying home and chilling all day, what motivates you to work in general?
I don't know. It's just kind of a drive that I have in me. It's just, I got to work.
Yeah.
Got to keep busy.
Yeah. Who encouraged you the most when you were growing up? Like a teacher, a family member?
My he was kind of my boss, but he was a farmer that I did a lot of side work for. He gave a lot of motivation for doing stuff.
Awesome. So we do trivia questions in the morning meetings. When are you going to start trying to win?
When I know the answers.
Okay. So has anything embarrassing ever happened at work, but it was so funny that you can still laugh about it?
Oh, yes. I got the wheel loader stuck. Then I tried to get it unstuck with my forklift, got my forklift stuck, and then went to get the telehandler to try to get that unstuck. Kind of got the telehandler stuck, but it got out on its own. And then Steve came along with the excavator and pulled me out.
Yeah, that must have been pretty
It was
embarrassing.
And I was definitely like, oh, am I going to lose my job? Because I just got all this stuck. Wasted 40 minutes.
How did Steve react?
Oh, he was completely chill about it. And his one rule is if you get something stuck, just don't get the biggest piece of equipment stuck. Because that's what we're going to use to pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that someday we'll build a building so big that we'll lose somebody inside of it?
Probably. I mean, if you build a building so big and you just put everything in there, you could definitely lose somebody in there.
What would Ed do?
Oh, to find the person?
No, just in general, what would Ed do?
Oh, he'd build a really good building.
Yeah. What Sherman do you hope to win next year?
Oh, I don't know. Because they all vary. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you came on. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Erect.
To protect.
Thank you so much for listening in on That's What She Said. If you are as passionate about leadership as I am, I would love to hear from you. Please go to my website at that'swhatsheshed.live to share feedback, ideas, and start the conversation of coming on the show.